the GT Pantera. Just like the Backwoods and the Ricochet, this is the unsung hero of the GT catalogue. The working class hardtail, the hardtail for the people, and I'm going to turn this baby into something special.
So yeah, a little something different this build. This is the working man's hardtail, you could say. So yeah, it's cool to see GT Avalanche builds, Backwoods builds. Obviously Zascars are very popular to build, but this is the everyday man's bread and butter hardtail. The Pantera and the Backwoods share pretty similar spec. I think that the Pantera and the Backwoods, Pantera might be slightly better spec, LX spec, STX LX spec. Backwoods is Olivio STX. The Pantera might be straight STX. But this particular frame, but it was a 95 in this exact color, was the very first GT that I ever owned back in 1995. So when I first got into mountain biking, as in proper off-road mountain biking and downhilling, back in the day, my very first GT was a 16-inch 95 Pantera. Bought it as I think it was a rough frame set, might have been a complete bike. It had Manitou 2s on it, maybe Manitou 3s. I think they were Manitou 2s. I think I had Hutchison tyres on it. I think I put a core stem on there. And that was my first proper introduction mountain bike. I rode that until I had a ripper crash, took a chunk out of my leg with a set of Odyssey triple traps. And then I spent 4 weeks in hospital with a skin graft. And then while I was in hospital, I bought my I think it was a 96 or 97 Diamondback dual response. And then from then on, I graduated to a dual suspension bike. And that's when dual suspension bikes were just becoming affordable. Was going to do a nostalgia build for this, but it's near impossible to come up with all of the original parts that would match. It's actually in pretty good condition. So this will be a really fun little build up. I'm going to sort of go with a blue and yellow theme, like a GT theme. Yeah, normally I do sort of funky resto mod builds, or I've got my LTS or my Zascar. This is going to be cool because this is the affordable budget Pantera build. So stay tuned, should be good. I'll just show you the spec that I'm going to build it with. Okay, so this is the parts in the group set I'm going to use. I've got a pretty cool yellow flight saddle. That's a genuine titanium one. It does have like a little bit of wear on it, or a stain sort of thing, but that's cool. Got this yellow Z-File, got some Canties, got some XT 737 derailleur. Core Elite stem will go on there for now, but I'm actually going to try and track down a normal core for 95, 96 era. I've got some glow-in-the-dark Auris, got some original Odyssey triple traps. Tell you a bit of a story about them in a sec. I'm going to go for riser bars on this because this is going to be a rider, and even though flat bars and hardtails go hand in hand, I actually wanted riser bars because this is going to be a daily ridden bike, and also I prefer riser bars. I've got some 737 cranks, which are pretty fair condition, not too bad. Like the riding is still good on them. They probably just need a really good clean up and a good polish up, so they'll come up quite nice. 1130 tooth Hyperglide cassette. So yeah, new chain as well. And then a club roost brake booster for the rear. 26.8 seat post on it. I think they'll complete the group. So yeah, so interesting story about these pedals. These pedals caused, I've got my leg here. You see that? Damn! That scar, which is absolutely horrifying looking scar, is from a set of these pedals tearing a chunk out of my leg. So I had a huge over the bars in 1997, which put me in hospital for 4 weeks with a skin graft, all because of these freaking pedals here. But because it is the nostalgia build, well, the ode to, and I've managed to find a set of these are going to go on the bike. Yeah, I know, crazy, I know, but I won't be doing any downhills with this thing. So, and then finally, this is the wheel set. I've got some Mavic X618 rims and some Primal Raptors to go on there. Just running the LX hubs as well. Tyres are pretty good condition. Rims are in great condition. There's barely any wear. This was actually like a NOS rim when I started with it. So you can see the back's got minimal wear on it. And the hubs are in good condition too. So that will make a great wheel set for it. I was going to put these GT on there, but I think that the yellow actually suits the frame a little bit better than the red GT. So that's cool. Save them for another project. Okay, so these forks are in good condition, good working order. These are actually 96s, so that's the arch off of it, but I've put a 95 arch on there so I can run the canties. I will be able to replace these stickers, the RockShox ones. I reckon a good cut and polish, and with cut and polish cream should help the paintwork just a little bit, get rid of that dullness. Okay, so I know you're thinking, what's going on? Through building this, I had a change of heart, and I thought I'm going to go for the loudest colours possible. I had these faded red pink Azonics sitting around, and they kind of match the pedals plus the dials on the top of the duty. So I'm going to try to make this bike a loud 90s bike. So that's why I put these bars on.
So there you have it, the hardtail for the people. So I didn't want this to be just an ordinary mid-range bike. I've got a lot of clean builds, a lot of builds that are like catalog specs. So I wanted this to be as loud and as bright and as shiny as possible. So this thing has its chance to shine. It's going to stand out sitting next to all my other bikes. This is the bike I'm going to take on retro rides. So I want this thing to really pop with lots of color. And yeah, I know the pink bars are questionable. I'm kind of on the fence about them, so let us know in the comments what you think. I'll probably end up putting the black Ozonics on maybe, but then yeah, like I said, I like bling, I like anodizing, I wanted multicolors. Give this bike a chance to shine. So thanks for watching if you did. Stay tuned for more retro content. I've got the next 2025 show and shine coming up next week, so that video will be out soon. So stay tuned, and until then, yeah, keep riding retro and be out in the trails. Oh yeah, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Please like, please subscribe, and catch you on the next one.